Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a Project Life process video using products from the Cut Shop, and I'm gonna be using a mix of April and also May. I needed a lot of little pattern papers for some of the photos that were squares, so that's what I had to mix both. Also, both collections go together really well. And what I like to do is turn a few of the pattern papers into cards. All I do is turn the size to 3x4 and it works out just fine, especially when I have to do something like using that little flower pattern as a mat for one of the photos. And those cards that I have in my hand right now are the ones from the May kit. And I love that orange and pink and yellow. It's so pretty. And later I decided that I had way too many sassy words for my Marie Kondo review. So I decided to just use one of the pattern papers, and I was feeling lazy. So what I did was use an app to write all of my thoughts. And I was torn between using one of the 3x4 spaces and using this card for my title card, and I'm glad I went with this card. That was my very first idea. I had no idea how I was going to do it, but when I printed the photo, I realized that it would look really good like that. The little sticker sheet that I'm using is from Simple Stories, and I can't remember the name really well, but I'm going to add it to the description below because it's somewhere in my pile of stickers. Actually, it is Full Bloom, the Full Bloom collection, and it's really cute. I felt like the colors went perfect with the Cut Shop, and also it had a lot of flowers, and both collections from April and May have flowers. And I didn't need that many extra items, but I'm gonna use some washi strips from this paper collection, the alphas are so flipping cute. I absolutely love the flower detail in those alphas. And I'm actually team little sticker book instead of a sticker pack with sheets. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's easier to store and you just put the whole thing instead of, dividing it either by color or by motif. It's just easier for me. And that is the sheet with the, I wouldn't call them washi strips. I'm gonna call them pattern scallops. I think most of them were scallops, and I love those. Pretty Little Studio has been adding them to their collections in the last few collections, and it's one of the first things that go into my cart right after the little word stickers. And I got a bunch of the little clouds because I thought that they were perfect to use anywhere in the layout. And I'm going to use a lot of these pipsticks. I think it's called Birds and the Bees. No, it's not called Birds and the Bees. Let me see. It's Little Bees and Bugs. But they are perfect to add to little clusters and to do my little washi little word sticker and little sticker combo cluster embellishment. So it's perfect for that. I don't know why I use so many bees, but I thought that I just love the bees. And I love this photo too. My husband was cleaning the garage and my daughter was driving around in her little Jeep, making me worry about the future and how, teaching her how to drive is going to be so difficult. And after I decided that the photo was going to be the title card, I was wondering what to do with this card because it's great for journaling, but I wasn't going to use it for journaling. And I was going to remove the butterfly from the label because it wasn't really my intention to put it there. But then it seemed very difficult and I was going to break the butterfly, so I'm glad that I left it because I love how this little cluster came together. And it's a March week, so it's perfect for the beginning of spring. That's when you first start feeling it before it really comes. And that was my daughter with our amaryllis. In RIP to our amaryllis. It's not blooming anymore. It's not moving. It's just like, just let me die, please. Just let me go. Don't torture me anymore. But there it was growing pretty nicely, and my daughter used to talk to it and, you know, say, I hope you grow, and she would blow kisses to her. It was really cute. I'm also looking through the March embellishments. I didn't print the May embellishments yet, so I was using only these. That's the thing about print and cut. I feel like I always have to reserve a day to do it because it does take quite a long time. But I do love all the little, I didn't print all of them because a few of them were Easter related, and I don't celebrate Easter, so that's one thing that I really like about digital collections, that maybe like the clouds, and I print 20 of those, but then I know that I am not going to use something like Easter related, and then I don't print any of those because I know that I'm not going to use them. And I can use that space and ink and paper for something else that I'm going to use that I really like. And I have another pack of those little hearts, but I'm the kind of person that likes to finish something before I open a new one. So that's what I'm like, saving them yet. And this is a meme. I mean, I included 2 memes this week. It was a pretty slow one, and it was just a meme from about WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it says that we need a therapy group, but they gave us a show instead. And I have to say that my favorite Marvel show was WandaVision for sentimental reasons, and I also like very psychological stories. And then my favorite was Moon Knight because he had the best director. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier was actually pretty good. It was a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought that I wasn't going to be interested in it, but I really like it, the story about what happened after the blip and what happened once people came back. Loki was disappointing. And I'm sad to say that because I was down. And I had to Google when was the Winter Soldier, because I know that WandaVision was on Wednesday, and I thought at first that it was the same day, but apparently it was on Fridays. So I'm glad I Googled it so I can add these little die cuts with the day. That is the good thing also. You don't have to, I use often, like very often, the poster of a show, but a good way to also do it is using memes. You can do a little review, you can do many things. And I'm just gonna use that stamp from Everyday Explorers, the currently prompts, to write currently watching. I'm gonna keep using those same colors, the lime green from Studio Calico. I'm gonna use peach color and some black. I am so obsessed with this sticker sheet. I love like watching the flip through every time I use it. And they're very friendly too for if you do planning or memory planning. You can use it for that, or you can use it for Project Life, scrapbooking, just playing with stickers. And I just added one enamel dot in the center, and those are from Coco Daisy. And actually the card that I use is one of the pattern papers, and I shrunk that to a size, which is the same thing I did with this card. I love this pattern. I would wallpaper my house in that floral pattern. And that one is from the May collection. And that week I got this, it's an air fryer, but you can also grill. You can use it for roasting chicken. I love it so much. It's so good. It's a giant monster. And I'm glad I have the counter space to like put it there, but it's so good. I regret nothing. And the other meme that I added was about, I think it says like we started here, and it had a picture of an easy bake oven, and then we're here, and it has a picture of an air fryer, but more conventional air fryer. And in the washes that I picked, I used a few florals, and I also had some orange and some blue flowers. And I like the clouds because I feel like that's going to be something that I can use the whole year, or in at least in a lot of the spreads. I'm going to keep the bee theme. I don't know why. I wanted to use these stamps, but I'm not going to use it in this photo. And I got this now that I see the tag at Tuesday morning. And if you have a Tuesday morning near you, you should check it out, because I heard that a bunch of them are closing, and the one near my house closed, and I'm so sad. I love Tuesday morning, but it is what it is. And I love this sticker. This is rooting for you. I'm pretty sure it's about plants or maybe your kids or something, but I did have high hopes for this air fryer, and it delivered. It's so good. I'm actually gonna link it just in case you're looking for an air fryer and you need like suggestions. It's now 2 years old, I believe, but I still love it. Now, my thoughts about the life-changing magic of tidying up by Marie Kondo. There was a lot of sassy remarks, because look, and if Marie Kondo works for you, that's awesome, but I feel that she's too cookie cutter. She has a one method for everyone. And also, I hated her book because she was so, if you watch the show, in the show she's very different, but in the book she's like, she admits that she would throw out her family stuff because she didn't like that they would like have it around. And I'm like, ugh, I had bad words in my mind for book KonMari. Like I'm not a fan. She does have a few very, like, her methods for folding and like storing purses, like in kind of a Russian doll style. That's pretty smart. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't like her. So mostly the book, it's the what I wrote was just like sassy things, because she says that socks are potatoes if you don't fold them in a specific way, and they are sad, and like you shouldn't keep photos of family members because like if they're dead, who cares? And I'm like, what? And I love my photos, and I love photos from my family, so the fact that people would be like, just throw them in the garbage, who cares? Like, if you don't want to keep the scrapbooks, I get it, but the photos, come on, that's just rude. Like, if grandpa didn't get an Instagram, then sucks for him, to the trash. But oh, and I recently listened to How to Keep House While You're Drowning, and it's much better. It's a gentler approach. It's like I have a bunch of guidelines that I can use. Here are a few ideas. And I also like the clutter bug, because the clutter bug is very, it gives you advice depending on your style of organizing. Marie Kondo's just throw everything, like who cares? Throw it away. Keep like 5 shirts. You don't need to keep books. And I'm like, girl. And I get it, if you're a minimalist, and like I know people that like make it work, and that's great, that's your style, but like recommending the same advice to everyone, that's just madness. And she just rubbed me the wrong way. Actually, I read the book, I listened to the book first, and then I watched her show, and I'm like, okay, now I get why people like her so much. In the show, she's nothing like in the book. She's catfishing you with the show. And I'm just gonna fill out my ratings, and those stamps that I use are from Syncopation, and they are so good. They are let's get lit, and the other one is Resting Book Syndrome, I think. But I'm gonna link them below. They're from Syncopation. They're 6x8, so they're pretty big and amazing. That little word sticker that I added, I made it like at home. And then I cut them with my Cameo. And here I'm going to use these stamps. They are from Feed Your Craft, and I just wanted to add one of the cute stamps. And I just settled on I'm a Foodie. And first I'm going to stamp it with lime green, but I don't know why I wasn't feeling it. So I'm going to try it again with the black ink from Stays On. And these labels are from Citrus Twist Kits. But they are also print and cut aparts. And this is just a picture of my new air fryer in the box. I was a little too excited. I'm that person. Those circles are from the March kit. Those little word stickers, I want to say that it's from the Grateful Hearts collection from Pretty Little Studio. I know for a fact they're from Pretty Little Studio, but the collection I'm not absolutely sure. I'm just gonna layer it with some washi, and I always pick a washi that is really thin. And I always, whenever I like choose my washi for the project I'm working on, I pick a really thin one, and I pick one with a pattern and one with a very simple pattern like dots or stripes or something like that. And this is the meme I added. I think I had an easy bake oven. I don't know, once you ran out of the mix, like, I don't think they sold it. I mean, they probably did sold it separately. Oh my god, I can't talk today. But I never got, like, more mix. And I stamped digitally on some labels. I did that with Photoshop, and then I cut them out. And I use my currently stamp to add currently proud of this. And my daughter was just messing with her sister, ringing the doorbell. So I took a picture of her. She's in her jammies and her like cold boots. But it was pretty warm, so weather was warming up. That's why, you know, there was cleaning going on and we were outside. And I wanted to add 3 things because I didn't think that I was going to add something at the top, and then the top looked very bare compared to the bottom. So I just decided to add the day of the week. And these are from April. They add these every month, and it's perfect for those of you who either do planning or memory planning. And I love the font too. I'm gonna write my journaling in this card, which is from, I want to say it's from the March kit. So I'm going to stamp with the currently prompts, and then I'm going to write my journaling with this pen that can write on photo paper. And my local library had a winter challenge, and if you finish reading 5 books, you would get a mug. And I've been doing the challenge for a few years now. And I should add a photo of the mug, because sometimes I do that, but I don't know why this time I just took, since you have to pick them up, they were still dealing with, you know, COVID protocols, that you would pick it up in a little baggie with your name on it, and in the bag it had that sticker, so I took it out. And I love that, but I also wanted to add a photo. And the paper behind is from the May kit, and this one is from the May kit. And I did a lot of stamping, and I love how this card turned out. I just went crazy with stamps. I use some stamps from the Paper Person and also some from Studio Calico. I mixed them up in this card, and it's just next to a picture of my family. We were playing Monopoly Mario Kart, which is really good if you have kids and you don't want to play something that is too long. It's the perfect Monopoly. But Monopoly is Monopoly, and also Mario Kart tends to be competitive, so when you mix those, it can get dangerous. Read your family before you buy the Monopoly Mario Kart. I love playing Mario Kart though, and I love Monopoly, but it's always like something happens sometimes. And I love that board game. I wanted to use it, and I was so concentrated in using the little maze in the middle that I didn't realize that there was a border to the board game. And I stamped over game on, and I was kind of bummed out. But I figured out a way to fix it, and it ended up looking really cool. And since a bunch of these stamps are new, what I'm doing is that I am using the Tombow Mono eraser on the stamps to remove that little film that it has when it's new. I use ink, and then I clean it real easy just to prep them so they work a little better, or at least in my opinion. And then I actually stamp on the card. And I love both stamp sets. One of them has like really big words and images, and the other one has smaller ones, so together they look so good. And I just want to keep stamping, and I wanted to stamp that Go since we were playing Monopoly. And we have a bunch of Monopolies too. We have the OG, we have Mario Kart, Toy Story, Avatar, Animal Crossing, Deadpool, Game of Thrones, and I know I'm missing one for sure, but hey. So I've taken many photos of the board games we play. We love board games. I don't think competitive people such as us like should play this much, but we do because we're suckers for punishment. And I'm gonna use a pen and I'm gonna fill out that game on. No, actually, I'm gonna stamp first a little star in the check mark that says Cutthroat Contest, because it's never a friendly game. Now I'm gonna fill that out so it doesn't blend in with the board. And I love how it turned out, and with the colors it looks so great, and because it's a matte photo paper it took the ink beautifully. And this is the picture of my family playing, and I'm not a fan of how I put that stamp over there in the middle. I don't know, it looks awkward, but I didn't want to cover the board because every board is different. You know, it has different elements and the images are very different, of course. And then you have the pieces. In this case, it's just there's only 4, and they're in little carts. There's Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. So I put my head with my headphones in the middle. And then I'm gonna add 2 of the dice and 1 of the pieces in the middle. And even though the stamping was just fine, I didn't like it over there. I feel like I should have stamped it on paper and put it in the corner. And since I didn't have anything else to write, I'm gonna turn this into a filler card, and it turned out really cute. I'm just gonna use 1 of the phrases, and I love the phrases with the paper pattern. It looks so pretty, and that grid, the colors go perfect with this card. And I'm going to add a cloud. And I'm going to add 1 of these little hearts. And I need to use my tweezers more often. Sometimes I neglect them. Oh, my camera had trouble zooming in, and this is the whole layout. Sorry for the glare. I just also added some pictures of food I made with the air fryer. Tostones in air fryer are okay. If you try them, make sure that you make them really thin and you squish them down. If you don't like tostones, you're missing out. But I get it, it's an acquired taste. I hope you enjoyed this video and the little bits. It feels like a very random layout, but I still love it, and I love the colors from the cut shop for these 2 months. And you can still get them. I'm gonna have them linked below, that way you can get them. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and I forgot, I'm on Patreon now. Yay! I just uploaded my first exclusive video there, and you can go check out the membership. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye!